Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And now today is actually a pretty huge day for crypto as we just breached 10K, and not even by just a little bit, but pretty damn hard. We are almost at 10.5K, and with that comes a question. Do you guys hold any Bitcoin, or are you just invested in alts? Put it in the comment section down below. Every serious commenter I'm going to reply to, so if you have a question, put it down there as well. And also make sure you press the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying the daily crypto news to support me a little bit, alright? I appreciate every single like a ton, so thank you all for that. First off, Ripple executive unveils P2P payments platform using XRP. A Ripple executive has unveiled a payments platform based on XRP that'll work in popular web browsers. This is something we talked about yesterday, but we didn't really have the full information about it just quite yet, and now seeing this, I'm getting a little bit more excited than I was yesterday. Craig DeWitt, the blockchain payment infrastructure firm's director of product, made the announcement via Twitter on Sunday, claiming anyone can use it to purchase physical goods online using the XRP cryptocurrency. Payburner, a personal project of DeWitt's, is a non-custodial XRP wallet designed to operate as a plugin with the Chrome and Brave web browsers. DeWitt told CoinDesk in DM that the plugin is an example of a growing XRP ecosystem that leverages Spring. And again, the reason I'm actually covering this again just partially here is because first of all, it will be integrating PayID, which everybody was really excited about. Second of all, it actually really shows the purpose of ODL and their, I guess, newer approach of doing things. Third of all, it uses Spring, which is to a certain degree bad, but to another degree very good. The reason it's bad is because, well, it's a personal project from DeWitt, but it takes up money from Spring, which is a fund to, I guess, help out the XRP ecosystem. And that is bad because, well, that money could have also been spent to guys who are not involved with Ripple at all. On the contrary, it's really good because, well, the Spring Fund is there to fund the XRP ecosystem, and this is a part of that. So I guess it just depends on how you want to look at it. But if I didn't say just now, the reason I'm doing this once more, going over it again, is because of how huge this actually could be, and that many people, I think, will get this mindset as time moves forward. Right now, there are many people that are starting their XRP projects, but I think it's still pretty difficult and there's still a little bit of a barrier. Same for integrating XRP payments into your website. Everybody knows it's possible, but still there's a little bit of a barrier for e-commerce payments and even the payees or the people, you know, getting paid but also who want to pay. It's all a little bit strange, right? And platforms like Coil and I guess donation boxes in crypto websites are making it simpler and I guess more of these plugins, but it's still a little ways off. So any of these plugins is really good for the global adoption. XRP was created before use case for crypto asset was discovered, says Ripple's Chief Technology Officer, or CTO, David Schwartz, on Twitter, Joel Katz. Ripple CTO David Schwartz is offering new insight on how XRP became into existence. On the Modern CTO podcast, Schwartz says XRP was created before its developers had any idea what its primary use case would be. To a certain degree, again, that's really good. To another degree, that's really bad. The reason it's good is because, well, if they didn't have this in mind all the way yet, it's really a lot less of a security because, well, Ripple and XRP then are separate, right? To another degree, it's really bad because then you could say it's really just a money grab the way it was created, right? They made it, they gave themselves most of the coin, and then they were like, all right, what are we going to do with that? Which leaves really not that much the market to decide, but really just them with a lot of money, and then you can kind of back or go the other way around from that point on forward. But really, it left them with a lot of money, which could be seen as a bad thing. And again, guys, on my channel here, I try to nuance everything. I try to make sure I get you guys all the info that I personally know about, not to hype, not to shill, not to go crazy about any project, just to make sure your investment is, I guess, you're the most confident in your investment that you could be, right? And if you start to doubt things, hey, I guess I've done my job well, possibly, because anything can be really sketchy sometimes, right? You got to know about that. You got to think about that. And I want to tell you everything I know. To quote, well, the key difference and the very first animating idea for what eventually became what we now call the XRP ledger was the proof of work. The mining in Bitcoin wasn't the secret sauce. We had an alternate theory, and our theory was that what made Bitcoin so amazing was not the proof of work, not the mining. What made Bitcoin so amazing was the fact that all the data was public and all the transaction rules were public. So you don't have to ask anybody else if any transaction is valid or if somebody has a particular amount of Bitcoins or anything. Everybody can do that for themselves. We felt that that was the key to innovation for Bitcoin. So we replaced the proof of work part with what you call a distributed agreement algorithm, which is an algorithm that is faster and doesn't have this sort of power consumption. After XRP was built, Schwartz says the next step became to figure out how it could be used. So basically the first idea, the inception was, all right, we want to create something else which can make us a lot of money, which is decentralized, right? That's the beginning, I guess, of it all. But then they were like, well, what's making Bitcoin so good? It's not that it is proof of work, because I don't really think people like that too much. I don't really think anybody likes proof of work. But it is the fact that everything is public. You can get all the info you want. And really, you don't need anybody else, right? You only need, I guess, the miners, but you don't really need anybody else to verify things for you. You can look it up all yourself, and there's no real central authority there. And with that knowledge, they decided to make something else which doesn't have the benefit or the bad sides of proof of work, but has every good part. And then they were like, once you say, okay, we built this new system that works, the next question is, oh, what do we do with that, right? Sometimes it might have no advantages. If you invented a new material, but it's really, really heavy, really expensive, makes water damage, it's not very sturdy. Oh, well, I've developed this new material, but I can't find a use case. It's kind of the reverse. Usually you start with a use case, but when you're building something totally new, you have no idea what people are going to be using it for, and all you can do is build it and see what it's good for afterwards. The point of this one is, well, if you build something normally, what you do is, well, you have something in mind that you want to do, right? And then you start to engineer towards that. So you, for example, you want to change the payment space, right? And you need a sort of a currency for that. Well, you're going to make a cryptocurrency in this case, then that does exactly that. But if you want to create a sort of a cryptocurrency, you don't really know yet, again, what you want to make, and it's really you're the first or the second or the third. You guys know what I mean, like the inception part. Then you might not even know what you want to use it for, but you just want to create something new, right? And then once you've created that new thing, you got to look for what you can use it for. Sometimes that's the same with creating new materials. Like, for example, if you now put your stone and your toothpaste together, maybe that created something completely new, right? A new sort of element, which nobody has ever discovered yet. And all of a sudden you have that thing, but what are you going to do with it now? You have no idea. And then you got to look for it, which is a valid explanation. Schwartz says Ripple ultimately decided XRP would be used for international payments, given its speed, low transaction cost, and the significant amount of issues plaguing the current banking system. So this part can be seen both ways. To a certain degree, XRP really was designed for nothing. It was designed for being a better Bitcoin. And to a certain degree, XRP was designed, well, let's skip that one. XRP was really made from the start. So once it was made, from that point on forward, it was meant to be a payment coin. Given its speed, given its utility in that case, it was really, really made for it all the way, which is what's making it good. But to a certain degree, that's also why XRP is not that unique. And that's why I always say, if Ripple was not there, XRP would not be popular and would not really be bought by anybody, because Ripple is here to put all the use cases for it and what's making it so freaking huge. Alright, at this point, it's really, really hard to ignore that XRP is, in my opinion, one of the best coins out there, but that's mostly because Ripple is powering them, because Ripple is pushing transactions through, because Ripple is really getting use cases for them all over. Were they to be gone all of a sudden one day? I would really doubt my investment, because what is it going to be useful for? It's fast, it's cheap, yeah, but there are a ton of coins that do that, and there's only one coin out there like XRP at this point, which is working with a behemoth and freaking flawless huge company like Ripple. And again, that's what is making the combo so huge. The use case that we settled on was payments, particularly international payments, because that's where the pain is. So you want to find a problem that people agree is a problem, and ideally, the worse the problem, the less perfect you have to be to better than whatever they've got. International payments were so bad, particular things like remittances were just so bad that we could still be pretty bad and still be better. When you are just starting out, people are going to have to take the risk. What if the whole system just breaks down one day, or what if regulatory things destroy it? You want to pick a problem that is really painful for people, and payments are really, really painful. If you compare sending a payment to sending an email, you know you could make a long list of all the differences, so that was sort of the direction that we launched on. And that is actually the reason I decided to show you guys this article, is just to show once more that what they've chosen here and what they've designed to do is really better the system. And the steps they've already taken and how far they've already gotten in the last couple of years is really, really groundbreaking and really insane. Every time I think about it, it just amazes me once more how it can be so different between sending an email and sending a payment, and how Ripple could just change that all in the next couple of years. And another part is, well, people are going to be skeptical at first, which is definitely the truth and what we're seeing right now as well. But through things like the last week, what happened with the banks allowing custodial services, or I guess the controller of the currency allowing custodial services, and I mean the connection with Polysign here, which is also a bank, you know, with XRP, with David Schwartz in there, it's all getting connected, it's all coming along, and I really don't see any way of this going wrong, in my personal opinion. Alright, I just saw this from Crypto Eddie over on Twitter. Whenever you read a quarterly report from Yoshitaka Kitao, pay attention, because those slides always come to fruition. As in today's announcement, portion of the slide from period ended December 31st, 2018, promoting utilization of Corda and XRP on S-Coin platform as a new mechanism. Now, one thing I need to tell you guys about here, and that I think is really, really important, is that Yoshitaka Kitao has also stated that XRP will hit $10. So whatever this one says here, I haven't really fact-checked everything too much, but an important part about it is Yoshitaka Kitao is really an important figure in the whole crypto and whole realm of everything, actually. But also, he's gotten some crazy predictions out for XRP, and if that's true, well, that could be crazy. Bearable Bull just said on Twitter, current CBDCs set to launch digital dollar, yuan, yen, euro, pound. Current SDR basket of currencies, dollar, yuan, yen, euro, pound. G20 regulatory cross-border framework in October, SDR basket review in October, video right here. Thanks, Fame, 21 more for G20 info with a picture attached, which says, to enhance cross-border, oh wait, actually a little bit above there. We welcome the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure, CPMI's Stage 2 report, which sets a comprehensive set of building blocks to enhance cross-border payments arrangements by addressing long-standing frictions. We look forward to the G20 roadmap to enhance global cross-border payment arrangements to be delivered by the FSB in coordination with iOS and SSB by our meeting in October 2020, which will include practical steps and indicative time frames needed. So, as just said here, October 2020 is going to be another big date, big point, which could change a lot of things, and we will definitely be looking out for that. Gold hit new record high, but not without caution. Now, I find it really interesting the way that gold is moving and the way that Bitcoin is moving right now. Because I would have said that gold and Bitcoin were not that correlated at this point, since, I mean, stocks were moving really, really in a close correlation to Bitcoin. But I guess today has proven us wrong again, as gold is going up like crazy and Bitcoin is seeing a huge increase. Pretty strange day for the markets, guys, but maybe it's also because a lot of positive announcements have been coming out in the last couple of days. Here we just saw Visa to offer Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple payments. Payment provider Visa has announced plans to incorporate cryptos such as Bitcoin into its payment network. And on another article, Visa and MasterCard support digital currencies or cryptocurrencies for digital payments. Visa and MasterCard have issued individual statements in support of crypto in the financial services industry. In its blog post titled, Advancing Our Approach to Digital Currency, Visa said it believes digital currencies have the potential to improve the value of digital payments. The company added, as such, we want to help shape and support the role they play in the future of money. And to quote once more, we look forward to sharing more with you on this work in the months that follow. The payments giant is currently working with crypto firms like Coinbase and has investments in digital assets custody business, Anchorage. And now there's a couple of links to put here on Anchorage. You can really pull that forward with exactly how that's rolling out. But the big part about this is here down below as well. According to LiveMint, both Visa and MasterCard have registered patents in the blockchain tech. MasterCard has 80 patents, while Visa has 24. And really what I'm thinking about here is just how quickly they will roll in. I mean, the announcement is now out, we know about it, but how quickly will they roll in? How quickly will they do some things? That for me is still a little bit crazy to grasp. But the fact that they are rolling in is also showing once more that everything is coming along. And also another piece of info, as a result, or no, actually from here, one of the relevant obstacles in Visa's roadmap is the position of politicians, regulators, and other government entities. The payment company said it has been working with regulated entities, including Coinbase and Fold, to create a bridge between digital currencies and its payment network. As a result, 25 crypto wallets are linked to their services offered by Visa, and this way, users of these services can use their funds in crypto to spend them with Visa cards or prepaid credential, according to CryptoNewsFlash.com. Pretty damn big, guys. I'm pretty excited about this saw. It's looking pretty damn huge for crypto at this point, and only positive vibes, only positive things. Everything is looking juicy. Then here, 85% Italian banks adopt blockchain for transaction verification. The trial already entered the second stage, and that is Italian banks are moving from the legacy interbank reconciliation infrastructure to R3's Corda blockchain, and as many as 85% of them already made the switch. Now the good part is XRP is working with R3 and Corda as well, and since a lot of these banks are hopping on and using that blockchain at this point just for transaction verification, which I think is then trial or stage number 2, maybe a stage number 5 or something like that could be where they also start to utilize XRP for not just national but also international cross-border remittances. It's something to think about because the connections are there. Cryptocurrency market update, Bitcoin price ultimate test for $17,000. Not even going to get into that. I believe it's BS. But on-chain data provided by Glassnode suggests that investors are not selling in anticipation of a rally to 17K. Basically saying people are right now just accumulating, and 17,000 is the way to go. Back in the bubble? Well, again, that's a question that we can answer really lately, or not lately, I guess in the future. Because right now for stocks, it's a little bit of a difficult situation. And especially for Bitcoin now, it's a really strange situation. As I don't think many people expected Bitcoin to cross $10,000. And right now we're surging by over 5% on the 24-hour. So it's really difficult, I think, for people to estimate really exactly where the end is going to be. But guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I had some more stuff on Cardano, but I guess I'll do that in another video coming out in a couple of hours. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.